let me show you the undercover car that Mr. Rozal gets to drive when he decides to do a little, that dark Charger right there. Hello, law enforcement.
Yeah, we're gonna get followed.
Fucking dicks. VS.McLeod County.
Start filming them. They're behind us.
I am. And now we're being followed. How much fun is that? Pricks. Followed right out of the courthouse. Go figure. They got two of them too. Maybe they decide. Maybe they have the thought of taking us down today. I don't know. The nice shiny Chargers. I wonder how much that cost. To harass and enslave. I think that's their motto. That's what their car should say. To punish and enslave. Lawless McLeod County. Call themselves the sheriff's posse. They act like a bunch of fucking thugs. Are they following? Oh, they decided to go the other way. They seen I was filming them. Oh. Funny. February 13th, 2015, just filed papers against Michael Young, Sheriff Scott Rehmann for covering up a crime of home invasion. Previously this week, on Monday, the 9th of February, 2013, we filed a formal complaint against Fran Eggert, the city attorney in Winsted, and city chief of police, Justin Heldt. And now I've made the county administrator well aware of the situation. I've dropped off the papers at McLeod Chronicle of the formal complaint filed. Well, we'll see if anything gets done. I don't have any confidence in them, of course. Hello, my name's Schafer Swantek, and this is Jesse Schafer. Is the editor in?
I'm sorry, our editor is gone. However, we do have a reporter here.
That would be fine.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. What can I do for you?
Well, on I think it was the 9th of February, I filed a formal complaint against Winsted actually it's Fran Eggert, the city attorney, and the chief of police,
Okay.
Justin Heldt, because on the 14th of May, 2014, they illegally broke Deputy Rozal of McLeod County and chief of police Justin Heldt, he was interim chief at the time, broke into my home without any warrant, probable cause whatsoever. I interrupted them when I came home, unlocked my door, found them in my home.
Okay.
I can prove this if they would hand over their free electronic public data in the form of their policy and procedure manuals.
Okay.
They have been refusing to do it. I think my case is currently up for dismissal because of all this, but in the meantime, I've had to go through all this crap, go to jail. They sent in half a pound of Epsom salt, tried to say it was methamphetamine, which it never was. It came back from the VCA, and that has all been thrown out in court. There's a motion to throw that out, obviously.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I filed a formal complaint against city attorney Fran Eggert
Okay.
for
In Winsted.
yes, and chief of police Heldt, because they are legally withholding that information in the attempt to cover up that crime.
Okay.
Also, we're filing this today. We filed this today with Patrick Melvin, McLeod County Administrator, against Michael Young and Sheriff Scott Rehmann for withholding that information.
Okay.
Because they're using public funds to cover up the crime of home invasion. If you or I were to do that, if we were found in their house, we would be doing a mandatory minimum sentence for burglary. You know, it's not fair. So these people shouldn't be able to ruin people's lives like this. This thing has been devastating to me. You know, I didn't have any positive drug screens. I had to sign over my children in the meantime. It just, you know, everything. My life was turned upside down. I lost my job, my house, you know.
Wow.
Right. There was no excessive traffic. There was no reason for them to be in there. They didn't even have their radios on. They claimed they went in the house because the door was open, and they were looking for a possible burglar. Well, why didn't you turn your radios on and call for backup then? Why weren't your guns drawn? They claim each one of them did a separate report, you know, as far as Rosau and Chief Heldt go.
Okay.
They claim in their report they never wrote once that their guns were drawn.
Okay.
On the stand, when we did the suppression hearing, they claimed that their guns were drawn.
Okay.
They also claim that that's such a rare event they would always report that in their report, in their incident report. It was never reported. They didn't draw their guns. When I come home, I unlocked my door. Who locks the door behind them when they're going in after a burglar? That doesn't make any sense. So I unlock my door and I find them whispering together. The door was open. You know, just stuttering like, oh shit. Then they call for backup, saying they found something. Bullshit. They didn't find nothing. So there's a whole big story behind it. I'd like it ran. I went to the McLeod County Herald Journal already. They had no interest in covering up the crime of their corruption. They don't care. I guess public safety is not an issue for them, apparently. I don't think that you guys will report it. Honestly, I really don't.
It
It's
will
nothing
not be
against
my
you.
decision. I'm going to
I
tell
know.
you that right now.
I know.
It won't be my decision.
But the thing is, they ran my story with my mugshot on there, and all my kids got to see it. You know what I'm saying? And none of it was even true. I would like my side of the story to get out, and I would hope to God that somebody would have the decency to do that. Because it's a big story.
Right.
And these people shouldn't be allowed to do this to people.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it just wasn't right. I've suffered a lot of emotional distress over this, and none of it needed to even happen. All they had to do is look at their damn employee manual or turn it over to us, and they'd clearly see you couldn't be in there legally anyway, and they should have thrown everything out. It's just not right. It's home invasion. I don't even have any expectation of privacy in my own home. Like, I have already got PTSD. This had made it like 10 times worse because I can't feel safe anywhere. And I can't even trust the people we're supposed to be able to call for safety. You know what I mean? Because they'll say whatever they got to say. They went around, told all my neighbors I was a drug dealer. You know, my kids are in a small town school. It was bullshit. And out of all of it, they just sent stuff in thinking maybe we'd plea out before it come back from the BCA. Well, I'm not stupid. You know, I waited till it come back, and there was nothing there. So, you know, and if there was, how do I know they didn't plant it? They're in there without a warrant. People like this shouldn't be allowed to do this to people. It's not right.
And I was in the garage the whole time this happened.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
wow.
10 feet away. It was a detached garage. The garage is about 10 to 15 feet away from the back door that they entered. They say they called out and pounded and pounded. They also testified on the stand that there was no excessive noise. Not even a plane in the sky that would have impeded anybody from hearing them. Now, how did him and my son not hear them calling out? Other point, he works on Harleys and all that stuff. He's in the garage doing so. We have a doorbell on that door, so that if anybody comes to the door and rings it, it actually rings out into the garage. In case Jesse's out there working, he can hear if somebody's there. Both of them testified they didn't even bother ringing the doorbell. Just want people to know this can happen to anybody. Anybody. This has been highly traumatizing. These people should not be allowed to do this. That's withholding evidence. You know what I'm saying? In order to railroad somebody and then to help cover up the crime and then using public funds to do it. It's bullshit. I mean, this cost me a lot of money. It's cost my kids and I a lot of hardship. And I just think I hope to God at least somebody can report on it, because I don't want this to happen to nobody else. I really don't. It's just, it's been horrendous.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
It's been the worst experience I've ever had in my life.
That sounds terrible. I'm sorry for
Thank you.
all of your struggle. That sounds terrible.
So I just, here's a copy of it.
Okay,
Here's a
that
copy
would
of
be
the
good.
original one. I intend to go around and educate the public, that they can't trust any arrest, prosecution, or conviction in McLeod County. I really don't feel like they can. I don't have any trust in them at all anymore. What little trust I had before has been shattered. And so here's that, and here's this one that we delivered to Winsted City Hall. So I'll give you a copy of that. I hope to God you guys run it.
Thank you.
If you want, you can take my name and number
Yeah,
down.
can I get your name and number? Let me
Of
grab.
course you can. And I'm just recording the document that I actually did this to see if anything gets done,
That's fine.
Thank you.
Okay, so you want to put your name and your
Sure
number
will.
in there.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. Good luck.
Yep,
Thank
thanks.
you. Hopefully we VS.McLeod
Start
County.
filming them. They're behind us.
I am. Hello, law enforcement.
Dad, we're gonna get followed.
Fucking dicks. VS.McLeod County.
Start filming them. They're behind us.
I am. Yes, I need to speak with somebody in charge, or if I could, Patrick Melvin, the McLeod County Administrator.
He's actually not here right now.
Okay. Is there anybody who's in charge here?
I'm the HR director. Otherwise, I can, the county attorney's office, would you like to speak?
No,
here?
because I need to file a formal complaint against McLeod County Attorney Mike Young and Sheriff Scott Rehmann.
Oh, okay.
Because I have reasonable suspicion that Mike Young conspired with Sheriff Rehmann and amongst other people for when on the 13th of May 2014, Chief of Police of Winsted, Justin Heldt, and Deputy Rozell of McLeod County broke into my home. They illegally are withholding free public electronic data.
Can I have you hold just 1 second? Actually, Pat is on the phone right now.
Yes.
He's on the phone right now. Do you need him to come in?
I would like to file this with him and make sure he gets it, because the only reason I'm documenting is because I don't think it'll get handled. I really don't. I have no confidence in it whatsoever, because I think everybody here covers up crimes. Unfortunately, it's nothing against you guys. It's just I want to make sure this complaint and the attached complaint that I filed with the Winsted City Attorney and against Chief Justin Heldt and Rozell gets handled.
Okay.
And I'm going to be going to the McLeod County Chronicle, and I'm going to be educating the public that you can't trust any arrest, prosecution, or conviction in this county if this doesn't get handled. It's just not right. If we would have done that, it would have been burglary.
Could you hear any of that? I think maybe you should stop in here on your way through town. Okay, all right.
Do you say
Thank you. Bye.
Do you say where
He's on his way. He was heading to the cities. He's got a conference this afternoon, but he just happened to be leaving Hutchinson, so he will stop in here on his way through.
So can I leave this with you guys and trust that it will actually get to him?
Well, I would just assume you speak with him.
If
You
you'd like to
requested that he come in, so I would assume that I would
Okay.
appreciate if you just stick around.
How long
for a
is
few
that going
minutes.
to be?
Hopefully
10 minutes?
10, 15 minutes maybe. Hutch
Okay.
is 15 minutes away, so.
Great, thank you very much.
Okay.
Yep.
Hello, law enforcement.
Dad, we're gonna get followed.
Fucking dicks. VS.McLeod County.
Start filming them. They're behind us.
I am. Papers. Why he was there with Chief Police, which they were together before all this. I think it was kind of conspiracy. They said it was open door. Supposedly they went in looking for a possible burglar. They also claim they knocked really loud, called out Didn't get a response. There was no other signs of breaking and entering or anything like that. There was no excessive noise, no loud music playing. Meanwhile, my fiance Jesse is out in the garage with my son. The garage is detached. It's 10 feet away from the back door that they illegally entered. 10 feet away, maybe 15 at the most. They both said on stand that there's no excessive noise. There was not even an airplane in the sky that could have impeded anybody hearing them call out. Jesse didn't hear a damn thing. My son didn't hear anything. Also, why would you lock a door behind you if you're going in after a burglar? It doesn't make any sense. Also, there was a doorbell on the back door. My man, he works on Harleys and fixes things on the side. That doorbell on the back door and on the front rings into the garage in case he's out there working so he can hear anybody. It's clearly there. They both have attested to on stand. They said under oath that they didn't even bother ringing that doorbell. Also, when they go in after a possible crime, you know, if crime might be committed, I know for a fact they turn on the recorders. That's standing operating procedures that they have. Why is there no recording? They were very surprised to find me come home at 10:30 to unlock that door and find them on my landing whispering together. They said possible burglaries in the area. Well, on stand he said about a year and a half ago, one had occurred somewhere across the street in Winsted. That's not burglaries in the area anytime, like in the recent history.
Plus, he knows where you work, which was
Right, he'd been
few
at my
blocks
work
down
and been basically stalking me, going through my
parking
my
lot.
parking lot every time, to the point where I felt scared enough that I was having him drive me to work. You know, that particular day I hadn't, and I always went left for break at 10 o'clock and was back to work at 10:30. That particular day I had been training somebody on the cart. So, I got a home invasion. I could prove that they had a home invasion. I had repeatedly asked for their policies and procedure manuals, which is free electronic public data that's supposed to be made available to me and everyone else, and they just illegally are withholding it because they know that it proves them that they were in there wrong. You know, I think that's wrong. That's using public funds to cover up a crime, and that's what I'm filing a complaint about.
Okay.
And I do intend to forward it to the post board and the lawyer's professional, what is it called? And reviews board, or whatever it is. It's all in there.
Okay.
I don't have any confidence that it will actually get handled because of, obviously, of what I've been through. You know, I feel like everybody's gonna cover it up, so I'm just going around educating the public. I dropped a copy off at the Herald Journal, the McLeod Chronicle. I intend to keep doing that. So, I mean, I hope you do. I hope you somewhat handle it, you know? I really do.
Yeah. No, I certainly will. I'll make sure that it'll go through the procedures that we deal with all other complaints and.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's been wrong. There's no reason I had to go through all this for this long. I mean, I lost my kids, my house, my job, my home, over nothing.
Do you have some contact information in case there's?
I sure do. I can write that down for you.
Okay, if you wouldn't mind putting maybe a phone number,
Sure.
that would be wonderful. Grab a pen right here.
Thank you for coming in, guys. Thank you very much.
Okay.
You have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.
Yep, nice to meet you.
All right. Take care. Have a good weekend.
Yep, you too.
Hello, law enforcement.
Dad, we're gonna get followed.
Fucking dicks. Lawless McLeod County.
Start filming them. They're behind us.
I am.